Hi guys, and welcome back to Review This UK. You're back here with me, Michael. Today we're going to be reviewing a couple of products that I actually picked up at Vape Fest this year. What a great day, you know. Luckily the weather held out for us. Loads of UK juice makers, a lot of suppliers down there. Big shout out to Custom Vapes. They actually supplied me with some hot wire and some cotton. That was great, so I purchased them. Made a few purchases that day actually. Lots of juices, trying out new stuff. It was a great day, really nice day. Bumped into Signature Tips. Big shout out to you. So yeah, really great day. But today it's going to be about these two. One's going to be this Wotofo sapor RTA, which is just there. And then we're going to be doing UD Mini Goblin. Looking forward to this. Picked them up, I think they were show prices roughly at about £20 each. So they were nice bargains, you know, a bit cheaper than what you'd find them usually. Looking forward to it. So what we'll do is we'll dive straight down and we'll see what's in the boxes. This is going to be first look. One of them actually have been using the sapor, that's where you say it. I've actually been using that last day, should we say. Really enjoying it, but we'll go down, see what's in the boxes, and we'll take it. Okay, so here are both the units. First we'll take a look at the Wotofo sapor. This is the box it comes in. Nice little design there with the red and black. This one's actually the black RTA. You do get them in silver as well. Let's just have a look around the box. You've actually got their scratch panel just there, just to make sure it is authentic, and obviously a link to their website as well, so you can do that. So if we just open the box here, you actually get a little card, or two bits of card just actually in here. So this one's just breaking it down and showing you what parts are included in this product. Just a nice little card there. The second little bit here, again another little plastic piece here, just saying that is an official product, so that's just there as well. Okay, so this is the box. These are the bits that you get in the box. You actually get the unit itself. We'll just break that up in a second. You get a drip tip, which is just here, and it's got a little Delrin piece around it, and you've actually got another little piece here. Now this one isn't Delrin, this one's actually a metal piece, which is quite nice, but again it'd get very hot, I think, anyway. So I've taken those two off and just put the big bore version on there. So I've been just using it like that. Okay, so on the face of it, this is the design. So it's just black design with the red letterings. Underneath you've got the adjustable 510 connection, got the make, model, and I think that's a serial number just there. Now this particular one is a top airflow design. What they mean in that, what they mean is the airflow will actually come in through the sides, it'll go down past the coil and then back up again through the mouthpiece. Wasn't so sure on the design, but it actually works. You get great flavour from this, and it does produce a lot of clouds. If we can just take this apart as well, I do have a build in here. Right, I've just dropped that as well. Let me get that back. Okay, so you've got the sleeve, and obviously the airflow is in this part here. So when they actually marry up, you'll be able to turn it to how much airflow you want, and that's on both sides. This isn't a single coil RDA, this is a dual coil. I guess you can use it, but you wouldn't get the most out of it. So that's that piece there, and obviously airflow just there, and then comes out, hits the coils, and then back up the top. Has got this tapered design there, so it does produce a lot of flavour, as I said. That's just the sleeve there. Again, two Cyclops holes, one on each side. Fairly standard. Now on the base, I've actually got a little build on here at the moment. I think this one came out to 1.4, I think it is. What I did was, when I was at the show, I went and saw the Custom Vapes, and they actually hooked me up with some Hotwire UK wire. This is a 20 gauge. I think it's at about 8 wraps or so each, and works really well. As I said, you can put a lot of wattage through it, and you know, it does really work. Now the juice wells, I don't know if you can see this, obviously I've got cotton in there at the moment, but it is the size of that deck. That is quite a deep deck, so a lot of juice space. You can stick your cotton down there, really soak up that juice, and I don't have to top it up or put more liquid in there for quite some time. I can sit there and just vape on it, chain vape if I wanted to, and then, you know, after a while it'll go dry and then start up again. I don't know if you can see that building now. I've been really impressed with this hot wire, so again, big thanks to Custom Vapes. So that's there. Now it's a 4-post design. As I said, the holes are big enough for a 20 gauge in now, and you've got these hex screws in there as well. It doesn't come with a screwdriver, but you know, I've got so many RDAs now that I've got those tools anyway from other RDAs and stuff like that. So, you know, they are the basic parts in this product. Anything else with this one? No, just been really impressed with it. You know, machining wise, it was clean. No sharp edges. They're fairly rounded off. I haven't had any problems with this. What I notice you don't get, unless you do indeed, right. So here is the screwdriver. I haven't even opened the box fully. So they give you some extra hex screws in there, nice big thick O-rings. Initially when I first got this, I couldn't get it apart. It was that tight. I put it on a meter, went to pull it off, and it broke the meter. So really tight, just twist it as you do pull out, and it will come out eventually. But you know, nice set of thick O-rings in there for you, which is great. So we'll just move them to the side. So that's the unit there. As I said, I've been using this big bore tip, and what I found with it is, even though it keeps your lips cool, this piece does get very hot. I mean, I have been whacking it up to like 60 watts or so, so a lot of power going through there, and that's the only bit that really gets hot. And obviously if you put your lips down too far, it will touch that and it will be very hot, so keep that in mind. Now back to the deck. I did try and bring the coils up as high as possible, but you don't want to go too far, because by the time the cap goes on there, you don't want them to touch, and you don't want to short it out in any way. So don't go and try and go too high with your build. Not necessary. It still works, and it works very well. So let's just put that back together. And what I'll do is, after I've had a quick look at both of these, we'll go up top, I'll build them both. Well, this one's actually already built, and we'll see how they go, or I'll show you what they can do on camera. So that's the setup that I've been having, which is just there, and those are the extras that you get just there. So put them in the box. Okay, so next up is UD's Mini Goblin. Again, nice little black box, scratch panel just there, another link to their website, so you can check that code, barcode, just the normal really. So if we open this one up, in here there's a little card, so it's broken down for you and it show you how to fill. Now this is going to be a airflow from the underneath, so completely opposite to the RDA. This one's actually an RTA, so this is going to be a rebuildable tank atomizer. So those are the parts that you get, and there's the breakdown on how to actually get it filled once it's been built. In the box you get a spare Pyrex drip tip, which is just there. You get a spare glass just there, nice and thick. Hopefully that doesn't break or anything like that, even though, you know, you've got a spare there. And then you get a little bag here. In this bag you've got extra screws, O-rings, and you've actually got a 510 adapter, so you can put your own 510 on there. You don't have to use these glass pieces at all. You can use, you know, your favourite one. Also what's in here is this RTA you can actually have in single mode instead of having it in dual mode as well. So, you know, you've got that option. They've really thought about this one. and I don't know if you can just see that there, it's like a little half moon that you'll actually slide into place, and that'll cut off one of the airflows and you can use it as your single. What else is in the box? Move that to the side. Okay, so this is the unit itself. So there's your drip tip just there. And again, you know, nice machining, very classy. This is going to look good on top of any of one of my mods, really. Now, the airflow is adjustable from the bottom. So you've got a little arm that you move from side to side, and that will actually close up the holes or open the holes up. This, I don't think is, no, it would be an adjustable as well, so adjustable 510 there. That's the little screw, so you can fill it up from the bottom, so this will have to come off of your mod to refill it. And if we just break this down as well, so that top piece will unscrew just there, and I think these two parts come off as well. So if we just twist it, alright, so that unscrews as well. This is the first time I'm looking at it as well, so that's there. And again, nice smooth threading, and then you've got their little logo on the chimney piece. So if we unscrew that as well, and then there's the deck. So this is the 4-post design, again, air from the bottom. So you do have to be careful when wicking this, because if you do wick it wrong, the liquid will just come in of these little tiny juice wells and just go straight through underneath and then straight into your mod, and that's obviously what you don't want. You've got a little silicone case there. Let's see what else comes with this one actually. Nope, that is it. Other than your bits just there. So no screwdriver or anything with this one. So back to the deck. As I said, 4-post, slightly higher than the outside. And you know, that isn't bad at all. It looks like it'll be a little bit fiddly, but the screw heads look fairly solid, which is good. Let's just put it back together and see how it goes back together. What I'll do is I'll rebuild it, and then when we're off camera, take it back up to the top and see how it vapes. But just to show you, you know, the quality of work there, you've got engravings all over. So that's mini Goblin just there. So once it's rebuilt, we'll obviously put the cap back on. See how that fits the threading. Yeah, just smooth, really good quality. Then as far as I know, that would slide on there. Pyrex glass, making sure that your rings are all in place, and then your top cap. No, proving to be a little bit difficult here. And that's there. Obviously, if you wanted to use the drip tip adapter, that would just sit on there as well, and then your drip tip would go on top. But I'm going to try theirs out, see how that goes. I don't think you can actually stick anyone straight into there. You do have to use the adapter. So that's the little unit there. I will rebuild them off of camera, then go up to the top and we'll have a little chat about them. So I think that is it. It's, you know, fairly simple. I think it holds about 3 millilitres of e-juice in this one. As I said, bottom airflow, bottom feed. And yeah, you know, that is quite nice. Okay, so we'll pass it back up to the top and we'll see how they go. Okay, so we're back up top. I've got them both built. Obviously one of them was already built. The other one, the Goblin Mini, just built that one. Did you use this hot wire that I've got? This was 26 gauge. I think I've done 16 wraps roughly, and that's come out to 0.56. So I'm running at 35 watts, already filled it up with juice. As I said, this one you have to fill up from the bottom, so unfortunately you do have to take it off of your mod. So let's have a vape on that one actually. And I mean, just on a snow wall for instance, that's a nice size, just to show you. Nice dense cloud. I like that. That's quite nice. I think because of the size, the way the chimney is, you are getting a lot of flavour out of this. A lot of airflow, hence cloud. Just the way that it sits on the deck. I don't know if you can see that. You see the gap? It's only on one side. I think it's only this mod, just because it's quite short here. That's why you've got that little gap there. But you know, I like it. Something that I definitely think I can see myself using on a day-to-day basis, really. So let's just have another vape. Nice. As I said, you do have to be careful with wicking this, because you will get liquid everywhere if it's not done correct. I think I've done it correct. It doesn't seem to be leaking. So yeah, win-win, definitely. I think I will be putting the extension piece on to use my own drip tip. Not that comfortable with this one. So, on a whole, I like it. If I had to pay, would I have paid full price for it in a shop? Yes, I would have. Would I get one again? I mean, only time will tell. Obviously, this is the first time I'm using it with yourselves. So I'm going to carry on using this for the next week and see how that goes as well. Now, the sapor. This one, again, I built with hot wire. This was 20 gauge. I think it was something like 8 wraps or so. This one can obviously take a lot more power. Let's just see what I've got it up to. So this one's come out at 0.15 ohms. I did put a picture on of the build actually on Instagram, so check that out if you do. So this is running at 60 watts. Again, airflow fully open. Let me just put some juice in now. Now I've noticed with this one, as I said, it does hold a lot of juice. There's no leaking on this one. Let's just try this out. So 60 watts. Nice flavour, big clouds. I mean, this one I've been using all day. I've changed from drippers, all types of drippers, and when I come back to this one, I'd have noticed that there's a big flavour change there. There's a lot more flavour, a lot of airflow, a lot of clouds, and it doesn't look bad at all. I was complaining about this ring, you know, if it was made out of Delrin, I think it would have been a lot better, but you know, the way it overhangs is good to actually get the top off of there. So again, feels a lot of, you can put a lot of juice in there because the airflow is right at the top. You don't have to, obviously you don't want to overfill it, but if you did, you know, it still isn't going to leak, so that's a great feature. So, you know, big difference between them, one being bottom filled, the other one obviously an RTA, you know, there's a lot of differences there, but I like both of them, I have to say. The black finish on that one is nice. Would I have got it in silver? Maybe. I might have preferred the silver actually, but as I said, you know, I've paid for these products. I know what I'm getting myself into really, but it's nice to have an in-depth look and obviously share it with yourselves. Let's just have another take on that. You can actually hear how much airflow is passing through that. So yeah, both products very impressed with, very different, but I enjoy both of them. For the price point, you know, these aren't clones, these are their own products. It's cheap. I have to say it is fairly cheap. Yeah, I'm quite good with that. So any questions or comments, leave in the box below. I'm sure if you do a search online you can find shops to actually sell these products. I do recommend the hot wire, and that's from Custom Vapes, which is good. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Take care.